We are continuing to cover the cleanup efforts in Ulster County after a powerful storm barreled through, causing some pretty significant damage.
Storms leaving thousands without power and a state of emergency in place. News 10 ABC's James De La Fuente has the very latest.
People in Kingston tell us they think this was more than just your normal thunderstorm.
We're indoors putting our children to sleep, and in bed with this little guy, we literally felt the bed shake, and the house shook, and the roof shook, and we were wondering what had come down because the winds were so violent.
In the wake of the destruction, neighbors lined the streets helping each other clean up the mess.
That's what I've always done. I've lived here for about 17 years and just always help my neighbors.
The folks on Fair Street experienced quite a bit of destruction. Carmela Marner says at one point she had to run to the basement in fear.
The sky was like this crazy blue outside. I was washing dishes and then suddenly it was black, and then the neighbors were, their band was practicing across the street, and that's all you heard, and then suddenly all you heard was the wind, and the rain started coming in sideways, and my dog was barking at the door because there was rain pounding all the way through the porch at the door.
I would have been scared to death with all the sound. Can you imagine the sound that this made when it cracked?
Central Hudson Electric official Joe Jenkins says the storm that brought 60-mile-per-hour winds and dropped 1-inch diameter hail, it was the toppling of trees that was the cause. Jenkins says that about 150 Central Hudson Electric workers and an additional 60 mutual aid workers are in the area restoring service.
The Hudson Valley is a beautiful place to live in, but it's very tree dense. It's one of the most tree dense areas in the country, so our tree trimming program is very comprehensive.
The majority of customers affected by the storm are expected to have their power restored by the end of the day. However, some residents who live in the most heavily impacted areas may not see restoration until Friday. In Kingston, James De La Fuente, News 10 ABC.